Hey guys, so here we are again. Thought we'd do another video of what does my wife think of my collection, question and answer, part 2. For those of you that watched the first part, you know that most of the questions had to do with my hobby, my collection, or whatever else. But I did throw some oddball random questions there just to kind of throw things off. For those of you that haven't watched the first video, this is my wife, Jacqueline. And she's not too comfortable doing this, but she's doing it because she knows, I appreciate it, and I want to do something different for my channel. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask about 25 questions. Might be kind of a lengthy video, and if you haven't watched the first one, please watch it. I believe you'll like it. Give me some feedback and everything. Again, I'm always trying to do different things for my channel, but she doesn't have any idea what these questions are. Again, most of them will pertain to my collecting, but some of them are just random stuff that I just want to get her reaction. So, without further ado, let's go. Number 1, what do you think about my Jeep?
I mean, I know you like it. I mean, it's kind of in the way. And then I hit it with the car door every time I get in. Since it's in the garage, it takes up quite a bit of room. So but it doesn't bother me.
She doesn't like my Jeep. It's in the garage, and
it's in my way.
It's in her way. Because every time she opens the driver's door in the car, she bangs my Jeep. The Jeep is like this big. It takes up like 24% of the garage. I got it all the way over just about as far as it can be.
Yeah, with all the other junk that we have in there.
It's not junk, it's stuff. So there's a few of y'all want to know what she wanted about my Jeep. She doesn't like it.
I didn't say I didn't like it.
Alright, she doesn't like it. Alright, what do you think about females collecting military stuff?
I think that's really interesting. I always wonder what got them into collecting, since it really is geared more towards men. I know there is a women's collecting to it. It's interesting, I guess. I don't know. I've never met a woman that collects.
You know, a lot of people think that collecting military stuff is only a guy thing, and that's not true. I mean, yeah, more guys collect than females, but if any of you females are watching, you're interested, collect, have fun. It's a part of history. It's a good thing. Don't let anybody look down on you at all. Don't be ashamed and embarrassed. Collect, have fun. We need all the help we can get to keep this going from generation to generation. We really do. All right, number 3. Who cooks eggs better?
Definitely you know how to make them fluffy for sure.
She can't scramble eggs.
I can scramble them. They're not as fluffy as
mine are all fluffy and tasty and everything, and she just can't.
Mine are tasty. They're just not fluffy. They don't have that.
She likes how my eggs are fluffy. I cook better eggs.
I think it just has to do with you can scramble them better than I can.
She can't scramble eggs. All right. Next question. How much military stuff is too much?
I mean, you have a lot, and you're always finding new stuff. So I guess as long as you have the room for it, you can have it.
Okay. All right. Have you ever tried on some of my uniforms when I wasn't home?
No, I don't even go in there.
She doesn't even go in my room.
To turn the fan on, or if I need something out of the gun safe. That's about the only reason I go. Or if I need the tape and scissors, that's always in there.
So you don't just randomly go in my room and try on uniforms and stuff?
I don't.
I think she did one time.
Gifts in there too.
Yeah, she uses my man cave to wrap Christmas gifts.
That's the only reason I go in there.
All right. Can we use canteens and mess kits instead of cups and plates? Can we take all the dishes and cups and everything out of the cabinets and put mess kits and canteens and use those instead?
I will serve your dinner in a mess kit, but I will not eat in a mess kit.
That's cool. Just thought. All right, can we go to Normandy?
Maybe one day. I've always wanted to travel, so I'm up for it for sure.
If I could go anywhere in the world, honestly, I've never even been out of the country. I would like to go to Normandy, go to France, see all the D-Day and all the battlefields and all kinds of stuff. I think that'll be awesome. Maybe one day. We'll see. All right, next question. Do I really sound country?
Very, very country, very southern. Even though you hate that, but you really sound the way you do on a video. You sound like that in person too.
I am very country. For those of you who don't know, we live in Mississippi, right? And it got that southern drawl. And I've been bust out for years in my videos about the way I talk and say things, but I think it's funny, you know. I mean, like somebody the other day commented on videos, and the whole comment was like, yeah, you know, making fun of me because I say that stuff all the time. A lot of times I don't even realize I say that stuff, you know. It's just whatever. All right, what is your favorite gun that I own?
I really like the little Japanese gun. What's it called?
She said she likes little Japanese guys.
That's not what I said. I just like because it's shorter and I have short arms.
She likes my Type 38 Japanese Arasaka carbine. See, carbine. Some people say carbine. Carbine is what I say, right? So that's her favorite rifle I own out of all of them is my little, because it's short. It's it's a small version of a full size rifle carbine. All right. Do you like the way I tie my shoes?
I've always thought you tie your shoes really weird. He makes 2 bunny ears and then ties them.
So my whole life, all 34 years, I've always tied my shoes with 2 bunny ears instead of making one and then wrap it around. I can't do that. I haven't figured that out. I use 2 bunny ears. It works. Don't laugh. Some of y'all are laughing right now and you're about to comment that you're laughing. All right. Can we play dress up?
I don't think I'm going to fit anything that you have.
She doesn't think she'll fit anything I have. Like I was thinking I could be a nurse and you could be a soldier. Actually, the other way around.
We could do that, I guess.
Okay. Y'all hear this. Y'all take notes also. All right. Do I spend a lot of time planning for making a video?
Yes, you do. Actually, you probably have notes on other videos that you've thought about making, you just haven't gotten the chance to make.
So here's something y'all might not know. So we have Wi-Fi here at the house, but it freaking sucks. We need to change, whatever. But whenever I make a video, like I have to go somewhere else to use Wi-Fi just to upload the video. Like whether it's, Walmart or somewhere, wherever, my work. So I'll be at work or whatever, and in my pocket, my phone's uploading a video that I made the day before, whatever. Because like I do that. Like some of these videos take like an all-day thing. Like my shooting videos, which I hadn't done in forever. Shooting videos is an all-day thing. I'm not complaining. I enjoy it. It's very time-consuming because you got to plan the video out. You got to load up everything in the vehicle, drive all the way out there in the country, unload everything, set it up, record it, pack everything back up, come home, unload the vehicle, and then I always clean my guns the same day. So you got to clean all the guns, put everything back up. Then you got to edit the video. Then you got to drive somewhere to publish the video, or, upload it, publish it, and everything. So, a lot of work and time goes into most of my videos. Some of them can be kind of thrown together quickly, but most of them, like, I really put a lot of time and effort in planning them because I want them to be enjoyable, you guys to like them, and everything. So, there you go. All right. Name 3 calibers that I shoot.
Why do you do that to me?
That's not one of them. 30-06.
That's the only one I can
Oh my
think
gosh.
of. Oh my gosh. You know I don't like to be put on the spot.
So she said 30-06, and then she said and That's 3, but it's not 3 calibers.
You know I would forget my name if
All
you
right.
put me on the spot.
So
like
you
that.
should know 303 British.
Yeah.
You should know that. And 30 carbine. You should know 7.62 54R.
There's no way I would.
You should know 8mm Mauser, 9mm 45. You're not doing very good today. All right. How can you tell that a helmet is World War II? What's the 100% thing you can tell? Okay, front seam. She knows if she goes to a yard sale, flea market, antique store without me randomly, if she sees a helmet and it's got that front seam, World War II. She knows that. She knows that. All right. What branch of military were both of my grandfathers in?
Were they Marines?
Are you seriously thinking? And now you're going to question me and you're staring at the side of my head?
They were Marines.
Are you asking me or telling me?
I'm telling you.
I don't think you're right.
Okay. Maybe I'm not. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. For those of you who don't know, our anniversary is Sunday. November 1st, Sunday, will be 12 years that we've been married. It's hard to believe. And she still doesn't know what branch of the military my grandfather served in.
It's not like you talk about them all the time. You don't talk about that all the time, so...
They were in the Marines.
So see,
both grandfathers were in the Marines. All right. What is another hobby of mine?
A hobby of yours?
Yeah.
Other than military stuff?
Yeah. I'm going to do that Napoleon Dynamite. Those of you see Napoleon...
You play guitar, but you don't do that very often.
Hold on, I'm trying to do something.
Oh my gosh. You want some chapstick? Are you done?
Metal detecting.
You haven't done that in so long.
I did it like 2 months ago, and I found $4.98 in an hour and a half.
When? That was like 3 months ago.
All right. Will you go get 3 cameras right now and talk about them?
No.
Why?
Because I don't even like doing this.
All right. How many fingers am I holding up?
What? You're holding up 4.
No, I'm not. I just knew you were going to get this right, and it's not true. Look, how many fingers do you guys see? Every one of you that's saying 4 is wrong, because this is not 4 fingers. How many is it? I always joke about it.
I don't know what the small, because this is missing.
All right, so this is actually 3 7/8. It's not 4 whole fingers, because I'll show you. Oh, I don't know if you can see it, but my pointer finger right here is actually a chunk of it has been cut off. I don't know if you'll be able to see the difference. Can you see that? I'm trying to. Well, which way? Maybe that way. I don't know, but anyways, a chunk of this finger right here was cut off when I was 18 years old. I worked at a restaurant, goofing off, doing something stupid. And me and a guy were messing around. And I had my hand inside of a blender. And he turned it on. And I jerked my hand out. And it slung blood all over my shirt. And it actually cut a chunk of this finger off. This finger actually comes to a point. It's not even rounded. Like, this is a pointed finger. So when I'm pointing my finger at somebody, I'm actually pointing. But anyway, it's something stupid. And, it took me to the the little medical place. They couldn't sew it back on. So I've got an oddball. You can see it better there. See, this finger comes to a point right here? If you can see that. I don't know if you can or not. But anyways. All right, moving on. Should I tell them the story about when you went into labor with K-Ree? I love telling this story. It's so funny.
Well, since her birthday was a few days ago.
So, my youngest daughter, y'all seen her in a bunch of videos over the years. Her name is Katie Marie. She's got 2 first names. It's hyphenated. But we call her K-Ree. The K-A and the R-I-E hyphenated from, a mixture of the 2 names, right? K-Ree. So, my wife was pregnant with her, right? And she woke me up in the middle of the night and felt like she needed to go to the hospital. So, I called my mom to come over. She lived down the street to come watch the other 2 kids. When my mom got there, my wife is in a lot of pain. She's hollering and stuff. And my mom was like, you need to go and get her to the hospital. So we get in the vehicle, and the hospital is about a 35-minute drive from our house. And this is early morning hours. It was about 4:30 roughly in the morning, or maybe 4:15, something like that. So we're driving, and she's holding the old crap bar and stuff and hollering and a lot of pain and everything. And I'm tired because, she was a stay-at-home mom and I was tired. I was working all kind of hours and everything, providing for the family. So tired, right? So I was half in my right mind driving there. So we get to the hospital and I don't pull under the awning right by the front door. I just start riding through the parking lot just trying to find a parking spot. And I park and she's like, do you really expect me to walk all the way across the parking lot to the building? And I was like, no. So she's standing up there leaned up against the car. And it starts to rain. It's not pouring, but it's raining some. It's starting to rain. So I take off running across the parking lot. I run inside the hospital, and I'm looking everywhere, and there is nobody in sight. Nobody at the desk. Nobody. So I'm like, crap, well, I got to get her inside. So luckily, I look, and I see a wheelchair kind of off in the corner. The only thing is the wheelchair is made for somebody that's like 1,000 pounds. And I'm not making fun of big people at all. I'm just saying it was a really large... Did I say wheelbarrow?
I don't know. Probably. He probably did.
Wheelchair. I don't know if I said wheelbarrow, wheelchair. Whatever. Wheelchair. Very big wheelchair. That's all I had. So here I am running like this out in the parking lot, and you get her in, scoop her in it, and I'm running back across the parking lot, and the rain's starting to pick up now. I hit a speed mountain. It's not a speed bump. It's like this tall, and I almost dump her on the ground. And she's like, "What are you doing, Dying to kill me?" So we go inside. We run. I push her in there. We get in the elevator. Got to go to the second floor. Get to the second floor. Open the doors. There's a few people in the waiting room. A couple of nurses, and everybody kind of sees I'm in a hurry to get her in there. And they're like, get her back. Somebody opens the door, right? They had built some display out of like these boxes. It was like this nice tree-shaped display. And here I am with this big wheelchair and her. And I freaking hit that display and demolish it. And I feel bad. So I leave her for a minute and I start building the display back, putting it back together because it was so nice and somebody spent a lot of time on it. And people are like, "What are you doing? Get her back there, baby. Get her back there." So I just leave it and hand her off to a nurse. They take her back to the prepper, call me back. It wasn't even maybe 15 minutes later. And I mean, baby girl was here. We weren't at the hospital maybe 20 minutes or so, and she was here. It was that quick. Unfortunately, when we got to the hospital, she was so far dilated, she couldn't get an epidural and different things that the women are normally able to get in preparation for the delivery. And we stayed 2 nights, and the following morning, we're ready to go home with our baby girl. But the nurse had to give us some bad news that she actually got what was called Group B strep, they called it. And they said it causes infant death, meningitis, all these terrible things, and that she had to stay. And that's terrible news when you're a parent because you want to take your baby home. So, we cried and everything, we prayed, and luckily they let us stay a 3rd night, and we thank God for that. And the following morning, we had to leave our baby girl at the hospital. And she was in the hospital a total of 12 days. And again, my wife was a stay-at-home mom, so we got some help with the other 2 kids. And every day I would get up super early in the morning before it was time to go to work, and I would drive my wife all the way out there. It was an hour round trip, and she would stay with baby girl K-Ree all day long. And when I got off work, I would go out there, spend time with both of them, and then me and Jacqueline would come home and do the same thing, the next day and the next day. And then she was able to come home the 12th day. And we thank God for all the doctors. We believe God healed her body and used that staff and those doctors to take care of her and everything. We're so grateful for that. And God answers prayers. He's so good because he sure answered a prayer with her. So that's kind of a funny but also a sad story at the end. But also at the same time has a good part of it as well. A few more questions. What happens when I don't buy something I want?
Oh my gosh, you will talk about it for months and months and months. Or if I finally convince you to just go get it.
Like if I see something, like it's not in my price range, I'll really want it and I won't get it and I'll talk about like, man, I should have got that. Man, and she'll like, now she got the point, just get it. Just buy it. Pay an extra 10 or 15, 20, just do it. Right?
I'm so bad you do the same thing to me.
Yeah, I do. She's just like me. All right. This is a serious question. Will you tuck me in at night and tell me war stories?
Yeah, I
want you to tuck the cover right up here and tell me war stories.
I can read you one of your mini books that you refuse to read.
I got like 80 books I haven't even read. I'm always going to the bookstore.
If it has too many pages, you won't read.
Yeah, I don't like books that are over about 250 pages. Like I don't like 400 and 500 page books. I don't care. I'm not going to read. I can't. Like normally between
those are
like
the best ones.
Books between like 200 and 300 are good for me, but I don't like books 410,000 pages and stuff. I can't do that.
14 point font in it and double space.
Yeah. But okay, so y'all heard that. She'll tuck me in at night and tell me war stories. All right. Do you think kids should be taught gun safety and be allowed to handle and shoot guns?
I do. I think if they are handling a gun in the right manner, it's not going to make them as curious. So if you're not around, they're not going to go and search out that gun thinking that it's something to play with. So yeah, I definitely think you should inform your kids on how to hold a gun, not to point it at people, things like that. Even show them that there is a safety on it and that we don't play with it. But yeah, I mean, we let all of our kids shoot guns, and they were really little when we started that. So, but they're not curious about it. They don't go and search out my handgun or anything like that, and they know where it's at.
All right. When I get out of the shower, will you rub Cosmoline on me?
No.
You don't even know what Cosmoline is.
Oh.
Oh, dang. Well, kind of like a grease preservative type thing
It's still
kept
an
on
oil,
weapons.
though. It's
Well, you know, a lot of guys like the smell of Cosmoline and like the texture of it. And there's even some meme of some guy putting it on his cheeks or whatever. But so you won't rub Cosmoline on me when I get out of the shower?
No, because I don't like the way it smells.
She's going to. All right, 2 more questions. Would I ever impersonate a soldier? Would I ever pretend to be a soldier like I was in the
out in
military?
public?
Yeah, and
No.
wear medals and like all these stolen valor?
Not at all. No.
I would never do that. As much as I love military, to those of you guys that don't know or do not, you know, I wasn't in the military. You know, I've had some health problems. I've had hernias and other different things, and it, you know, I just didn't end up joining the military. But I thank God for everybody that has served and is serving right now. Most of you guys that follow me, or all of you, should know how much I'm so thankful for you know, all the sacrifices and everything by all the men and women. Women don't get enough credit. Men and women that have and are serving this great country. So thank y'all for that. But it just bothers me so bad when people pretend to be a soldier. Now, y'all see me do impression videos, but I'm not pretending or stealing valor. I would never go out in public wearing a bunch of medals and all and lie and say I was in this and that and everything else. That's just terrible to do that. You know, people are mentally off that do that. That's just not right. Last question. Am I a good listener?
Sometimes. Sometimes you are. If you can, stuff in that here. If I can get your full attention, like if the kids aren't running around.
What are you talking about?
And things like that.
What's she talking about?
The rabbit even wants to know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we got a rabbit like right there looking at us.
She knows I'm sitting here.
She wants some of her
me
grass
pay
to eat,
attention.
some hay stuff.
She wants me to feed her. She knows that I feed her. She's staring at me. But no, I mean, you can be, yes. Yes.
I can be a good listener, but most of the time I'm not.
A lot of times you're
Look how
not.
big these ears are.
A lot of times
You're
distracted.
This isn't even a full ear either. Because we used to have a dog named Max, and I was laying on the floor. This was 4 years ago. And it was just a puppy, but he grabbed my ear and went like that, and he tore the cartilage in my ear with his sharp, razor-sharp teeth and split my ear open right here, and it was bleeding all over me.
You're always the one that's bleeding all over the house.
Yeah, I'm always... Look, it never fails. Whenever something gets broken in this house, I'm going to find it with my feet. Every time something, a plate is broken, a glass cup... Something glass or sharp is broken. Yeah, everybody, yeah, Daddy, I swept all the pieces up. A day or two later, my toes or feet are going to find it. And I bleed so much, it's like a crime scene.
Yep.
In our old house, I stepped on a broken corner piece of a plate, and I bled like a stuck pig. It was terrible. Like, what in the world?
It's stuck hog.
Oh, whatever. Stuck
That's
hog.
the saying, stuck hog.
Oh, whatever. Anyways, guys, another lengthy video. Thank you for those that are still with us. If you haven't already, please like this video, comment, share. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to have you a subscriber. Follow my wife on Instagram, Photographic Apparatus. And then I'm just JohnBoy09 on Instagram. Would love to have you as followers. Thank you so much. God bless all of you. And we'll be getting back to you soon. Thank you.